there anybody out there? Everybody sleeping? Well, the hound dog's not sleeping. Oh, doesn't it just bite when you can't sleep? Had a great day today. Well, hello, Brown. How are you? Long time no see. How are things up your way? I'm alive and kicking. Hey, typical. Hey, Sharon. What are y'all doing up so late? Bunch of night owls. Hey, Lurks a lot. You got a notification, huh? Well, that's awesome, Mike. How are you? I wanted to, hey, Isaac, how are you? I wanted to get on here real quick and tell you guys I've canceled the camp out. And I'll be very, yeah, I know the feeling, Sharon. Oh, you're in Oregon now? Wow, permanently? Too many crazies out here. Yeah, I know you have school tomorrow, sweetie. It's nice to see you. Yeah, I have my normal. I just want to let you guys know I have some activity, not as much as I have in the past. I did tell them to go hide. I don't know if they listen or understand English, but there's too many people out here in the woods, and I don't want to bring any attention. And like I said, even though I know this is only supposed to be a tourism attraction, I don't want anybody here, and I'm not going to take any chances. Well, good, Brown. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. I'm loving my new property. Hey, sis, how are you? I took a nap after I got everything done inside and decided I wasn't going to sleep. So I figured I'd come out here and say hello to everybody. Haven't seen you guys in a while. I love my new property. You know, there are people, yeah, naps are great. I never used to understand when people took naps, but I understand now. Sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes I don't understand why, but I can pass out in the afternoon for an hour and then be up all night again. Well, anyways, like I was saying, they've opened up that hunting. Well, basically, it's not really hunting season, but opened up that season for you to go looking around for the big guys out there. And even before deer season opened, there was so many people out in the woods, and you can hear gunshot all the time and ATVs everywhere, and people were complaining. I don't think it's going to turn out very well. I think they're going to be sorry they did this, but in the meantime, I don't want to bring any attention to my property. I don't want anybody hurting the big guys here on the property. I've basically told them to hide. You know, I'm trying very hard not to have any interaction with them. I hope they run up into the mountains, or I hope they go in caves or wherever they go to stay until this is done. Hey, Duke, how are you? And I hope they don't repeat it next year. You know, I hope they end it. Yeah, everybody shoots around here too, but, you know, you offer them money to to go out in the woods. And even though it says, you know, don't, they're not looking at you to put one on a slab, they're still making it to where it's very enticing to come to Southeast Oklahoma to go looking for Sasquatch. And and they're doing it during hunting season, you know, you can put two and two together and figure out how that's going to work. So you're going to have hunters that don't believe, but the minute they see one, they think they're going to get 25 grand and boom, it's over, you know. So I'm pretty upset about it. You know, like I said, the gentleman who started this, you know, here in Oklahoma, got online. He said it's a joke, you know, it's just a tourism, you know, plot, just trying to get people here. And since Bigfoot is a big tourist, whatever attraction, they decided to give you $25,000 if you can get a picture, capture a good picture of a Bigfoot. But then again, you have, yeah, we can, Brown. Then you have someone that's overseas that's offering $2.7 million for a captured one or a dead one. So what do you think is going to happen during hunting season here in Southeast Oklahoma? Yeah, so I'm not happy about that. I'm happy about everything else. I wish I could take you guys inside and show you. Yeah, well, right. The ridiculous part of the whole thing is they put it actually in the paper, and when he made his statement, he said that it was a humanoid. Okay, got that word? Humanoid? Yeah, but that means, Brown, a lot of people can get hurt. That's what I'm looking at. I don't think the big guys are going to get shot, but I think people are going to get shot at. I think there's going to be people out there dressed in Bigfoot suits, and I think they're going to be a lot of hoaxing, and I think people are going to get hurt. I really do. But he actually wrote humanoid in it. So, I mean, seriously? That's what I'm saying, Duke. That's what I'm saying. It is. It's murder. And I don't understand why this guy is so childish and so ignorant that he could actually write that or say that out loud. But like I said, so I'm canceling. I've canceled everything here. I don't want anybody here. I don't. I don't want to bring any attraction. I don't want people to know that other than you guys that know where I live. I don't want anybody to know where I live. I'm just done until this season's over. And there's, like I said before, there's been helicopters flying around here. I think they're doing more of the helicopter stuff, not for the big guys. I think they're doing it for illegal pot places. But because there's a whole bunch of them, not real close to here, but close enough. And those helicopters are flying over every single night with big old green lights underneath them. And I think that they're looking for the ones that are illegal, because you have too many pot houses out here. That's what I'm saying, Mike. Someone's going to end up shooting somebody else, and it's going to turn into a mess. And I hope it doesn't come to that, but I certainly hope. Yeah, Martha, yeah. But I certainly hope that they learn their lesson this year and it ends. I hope they renege on that and take that hunting season out. Yeah, we told them that a long time ago, Duke. When this thing first popped up, there was a whole bunch of, good night, typical. Have a great day at school tomorrow. God bless you, sweetie. People, his emails were inundated with people that were irate about it, and they said, leave them alone, you know, they're humanoid, blah, 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 blah. But he started laughing and actually got online. I mean, he got on TV and said, this is just a publicity stunt, basically. This is just to get people, you know, here to to bring some money into Oklahoma, especially southeast Oklahoma, because it's a hotbed for Bigfoot sightings. And I was fuming. I mean, I was absolutely livid. So not only did I write to him and he didn't respond to me except for with one of those automated things, but I also called. And I mean, I told them off. And I said, you are making a big mistake. Someone's going to get killed. You know, people are not smart. They're going to get out there in those suits. They're going to get out there roaming around the woods. And you think that post teenagers aren't going to pick up on this? You think there aren't going to be, 20, 30-year-olds out in the woods, having fun with the fact that there's hunters looking for Bigfoot? No, this is just ridiculous. Yeah, if you haven't gotten a decent photo, which I believe, I'm sorry, but I believe a lot of people have gotten really decent photos. If they're not going to take that one as literal, what do you think's going to happen? I foresee a lot of bad stuff going on here. So anyway, whatever. Just letting you know, I'm just ranting. Hi, Matt. How are you? And on a personal note, we have got so much to get finished before the weather breaks, and it's already starting to change. It's cold here at night. But we haven't finished the chicken coop yet. We have to cover the water pump, the well. Exactly, Mike. Exactly. We've got so much to do yet. Oh my goodness. We're trying. How do you make a squirrel melt, Brown? I'm surprised Tim's not here. Mentioned squirrel to Tim, and he's all for it. He sends me pictures of his dead squirrels. I haven't seen a whole bunch around here, and the ones I have seen are just skinny. Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, I just have a really, I have a really bad feeling about it. That's why. So like I said, there's not very many people around here that know that I have activity here, and I've just shut everything down. They can go about their business and go look someplace else. What'd you do now, Matt? What's wrong with your well? And is it an existing well, or did you just dig it? Oh my goodness, Matt. What am I going to do with you? Yeah, like I said, we don't see many squirrels around here. We see a few, but they're skinny. I mean, little and skinny. I can hear my duck. Can you guys hear the duck back there? Arr, 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 arr. The dog's in the house, so I have no idea what he's squawking about. She is. Got to find a way to cover the bottom of it so winter they won't be too cold. You should see the baby ducks. They're so big. One's got a yellow bill and one's got a white one. Matt, you're silly. Well, every time I come out here, well, I would say almost every time I get out here, I get whistled at I know they're still close by. I went to bed the other night and got a knock on the side of the house. Went in and I thought it was Denny, and he said, "Nope, wasn't him." Yeah. Well, your cold weather has already started up there, hasn't it? I mean, we're only dropping down into the 50s. Well, my Indian neighbor told me I'd be rich if I had one of those detectors, one of those metal detectors. He said I'd make a fortune out here. I was like, why? And he just smiled. He didn't say anything, so I'm kind of wondering what's out here. He told me I'd make a lot of money. Don't know about that. Oh, how'd that go, Duke? How'd your expedition go? I'm really upset because I really wanted to have this camp out. It's perfect timing, perfect weather. It's just not worth it to me. They got signs going up everywhere. Hey, Brandon. Oh, I've been super busy trying to prep for cool weather. Hello, Ghost Lady. Welcome. Well, there's an old house around the corner. It's been there apparently for over 100 years. And last I heard that the couple of doors have been busted, and it looks like someone's been sleeping there, but on hay and pine boughs, and he almost came looking for me. That's cute, Brandon. I keep saying I'm going to be back, but every time I turn around, oh, fun, Duke. Don't you love when they do that? There's just so much to do out here. My goodness, and now that the kids are here, yeah. So we got stuff going on with the grandkids, stuff going on with the kids. Denny hasn't been feeling really well lately. So we have a lot to do in a short period of time. My kids and my grandkids moved into the little shed before they get someplace else to live. Their own shed house or something along those lines. Haunted by Bigfoot. Can you imagine, Duke? I don't want to get off on that, but can you imagine? No, thank you. I've got really good curtains now, so I can't see out. I made sure I got dark curtains, so when they walk by, they're not as obvious. I just kind of go about my business. Oh, I don't do the paranormal stuff at all. I'd be in that house rebuking it like crazy. I don't mind the Bigfoot activity, but I have nothing to do with that other stuff. Great. Yeah, well, you know what works really well in the beginning, Brown, is dollar store what do they call it? You know, in the bathroom, your curtain rods, those work really well in the beginning. Or tablecloths, because they're cheap. You know, your shower curtains or your tablecloths, you can get those for $1. And they make great curtain rods in the beginning until you get what you, I mean, curtains until you get what you need. That's what I had to use, and I cut them up because the windows were small and it was perfect. Hey, Tony. Yeah, aluminum foil works great. Yeah, well, I don't believe in burning sage or anything like that. I believe in the name of Christ. Because I plead the blood of Jesus over this property all the time. But I love Dollar Store with their cheapy stuff. They can really get you by. The dog is not going to shut up. And guess what, Duke? Now we don't have Leo anymore, so we have no dogs barking all night long. Tank's in the house at night. Bella's gone. And the guy that picked up Luke is now had picked up Leo. I don't know. I can't answer that, Lurks a lot. I don't know. Well, they had the fire department out here not too far from me, probably less than a mile as a crow flies, and they said they were doing a controlled burn, but it was downright scary because there was that orange hue over the top of the trees, and you just had to wonder. I've got so many cedars here that's dangerous. But I guess they were doing an area and doing a controlled burn. The fire department was there for 2 days. I don't mind sitting out in the woods, you know, with no campfire. It doesn't bother me. Hey, Jimbo, how are you? But it's nice to have a fire. And this is my backyard, so they can't tell me I can't. Plus, I have a contained area. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, my goodness. I don't know about you guys, but let me tell you something. The coyotes here, they're huge. They're huge. They're not the little ones like even in Arkansas. I saw these guys look more like wolves than they do coyotes. Well, if you have a good moon, it's actually nicer outside. I can see a lot more in the dark than I can with a campfire. You can't see squat with a campfire. Yeah, I guess campfires just make you feel better. But boy, if you want the activity out there, no campfire. Oh, no thank you. You can keep the 30 degrees at night. Yeah, I think they are crossed. Yeah, I miss my wolves. I've got a picture of mine I want to blow up and put on the wall. Well, yeah, I can imagine, Duke. That's something else we have to do too. We have to get out there and start cutting our wood for our campfire. I'll put the wood stove in the house here in the next couple weeks. Okay, so let's just say it's not going to be cold. It's going to be beautiful outside. Then no campfire. Just sit out there in your chairs and watch everything that goes on around you. Of course, depends on where you're at too, because sometimes it's so black you can't see your hand. Yeah, I know, right, Mike? I mean, seriously, these guys are bigger than Tank. They're tall, a lot taller than Tank, at least a head taller. Wow. No thanks. You can keep the cool weather. I don't do cold weather. I'd much rather have it, in the 70s and 80s. That's even in the 90s, that's fine. But over 100, forget it, and under 60, forget it. It's too cool for me. Yeah, and hardwood's a little harder. Well, we have to get busy on that too. Like I said, we've got so much to do. And the reason I don't go live at night is because the only time I can do this kind of stuff, because Denny works during the day, is on the weekends or at night. And I can't sit out here. My days and nights are just so messed up. Ew, no snow. Hey, Jules. God bless you too, sweetie. I know eventually, and you guys know too, after everything we've been through, it'll eventually calm down to where I go back to having night live chats. I'm gonna sit up in the loft area and do that all the time. Yeah, I don't do snow either. No thanks. The kids can't wait for it to snow, and I'm like, no, no snow. It's beautiful out here. I don't know what the temperature is, but I have my coolie hoodie on, and I'm sitting here. Yeah. You get a lot of footprints, Duke, in the snow? Quiet, Matt. It's called a comfy, okay? But I call it a coolio because it is cool. It's nice and warm, and it's an awesome hoodie is what I'm thinking. Yeah, almost all the almost this basically is a rock pile where I live. If you were to start digging, you wouldn't find any dirt at all. All you'd find is rocks. I mean, we grow rocks here. Oh, wow. I didn't hear about that. Used to be one of my favorite songs, Matt. Well, the best time here, honestly, is in October. September, October is the best time around here for any kind of research because they are out in droves. Yep, that's exactly what it is, Tony. And I absolutely love it. It is so warm, and I can sit out here and not worry about it. No. Hey, Sherry, how are you, sweetie? Well, like I said, here's different. Here's completely, this is the perfect September, October, November. Oh my goodness, this place is just swarming with activity. Yeah, someone bought me these two. They bought me two of them. And I'm telling you, I live in them. I don't, I don't go outside without them, especially when the temperature drops. I'm well, thank you. Denny's not doing very well. Jay's been sick. There's been a lot of stuff going on here, but for basically, we're getting the house. Oh, yeah. Well, mosquitoes don't bite me anymore because I made that stuff up with the peppermint. I don't get bit anymore unless I go out without it, but they don't like the peppermint, so I don't get bit anymore. I can't wait. I can't wait till some of this stuff slows down. We finally got a toilet, a flushing toilet. Yay! What's it been? Almost 2 years. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is heaven. And Buck is going to be here tomorrow and set up our bathtub. Although we have to build the third wall for the shower part of it. But we actually have a flushing toilet. I am so stoked. And I told him he's got to hurry up because I took a bath outside in our little pop-up, and I'm telling you, Matt, you'll probably get them stuck to you all over the place because the chewing gum. I told him I don't want to take another bath out here, another shower. It is just too cold. Yeah, the insulation's in. I put that stuff all over. We got it on the ceiling. We have it on the walls. Exactly. The things people take for granted. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself if I actually get to go in there and take a shower before I go to bed. Oh, my word. I'm going to think I died and went to heaven. Can you believe that? Oh, yeah. Such is life. And there's a lot of people, guys, still in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama that have no water still. They have electricity, but they don't have any water. The water's tainted. We got to keep those people in our prayers because they are freaking out. And I mean, I know what it's like. We used to have to go to some place and fill gallon jugs just to have our water. And these people are we have to wait for somebody to bring them water, in the trucks and pass them out. Well, imagine if they only give you like 10 gallons of water. Yeah, we only put a small 250-gallon septic tank in. It's plastic. It was the cheapest way to go. And the rules and regulations don't apply here that apply to most places, so they don't care. But Buck's Indian, and he's been doing this for years, and he's the one that came out and did it for us. Of course, I gave him my gun for it, swapped a gun and some ammo and a couple other things. So he's doing all the plumbing. And it was a nice trade. But we don't have the same rules, so they don't have to send the state out to make sure that you're legal and all that kind of garbage out here in the boonies. And they just got through digging a water line that ends at the end of our property. Yeah, thank God for that, Tony. Boy, it's hard to live off of gallons of water. Yeah, they're crazy. They were crazy. Even in Tallahena, they were crazy. Arkansas, of course, was 100% worse because you were living, we were annexed into the city limits, but you had to have an inspector come out and it had to be done perfect. And it would cost anywhere between $3,000 and $6,000 or better. So when it came to here, there's no way we could do that. There was no way we could afford $6,000 for a septic tank. So when Buck came over, he explained to us that they don't have them, Yep, basically us too, Martha. Almost 2 years. Remember um, September 3rd last year was when we got flooded out. And we had to get water from town before the flood when we first moved to Talahena. So yeah, it was quite a while. 'Cause we didn't have a septic tank in the RV, so we couldn't, all we could do is kind of run a little bit of cold showers, you know, because we hooked up the water hose once we got the well. But boy, I'm telling you, that groundwater is cold. I tell everybody, learn to start taking cold showers. That way, if we ever run out of electricity, you won't die of a heart attack. Because a cold shower is enough to knock anybody off their... You're used to taking nice warm showers, get into a freezing one. No, thank you. And we left all those gallon jugs sitting out in the sun. You'd think that they'd be nice and toasty, you know, with 100-degree weather. But some of them were cold, some of them were hot. I'm sure. Well, you know what, Tony? That's different if you're raised that way. But a lot of these people that are experiencing no water, they've never spent a day in the woods. They've never taken a bath in a creek, probably not even as a kid. You know, they're used to hot water showers and toilets and sinks. And you just, like I said, you take for granted, you know, going to work every day and doing your routine with everything that you have, electricity and water. Take that away from those people and they don't know what to do. Yeah, I take cool showers too. I don't like hot showers. But I started doing that a couple years ago when we were talking about, you know, filling our bug out bags and doing the prepping stuff. I started taking cold showers. I don't think they're idiots. I just think what they are is just, you know, they just don't know. They're ignorant of what's out there. It does, Mike. Cool showers. I don't like hot water, but I like it a little bit cooler than tepid water. So, I mean, but if you have to take it where it's 160 feet underground, completely difference. Don't you just love the silence? Oh, it's just beautiful out here. Maybe after I get all this stuff done, I'll be able to go through the boxes and find all my electronic equipment to be able to set stuff up. And I've got boxes everywhere. I've got to have to go through all of them. I've got amplifiers and what was that? What was that? That sounded like a cow. Oh, really, Brown? uh, Look at that. Dead silent. I mean, dead silent. I'm surprised you don't hear gunshot right now. That's all we've heard past couple days. Yeah, but do you know how much those feeding troughs are now? Forget that. I saw a claw tub in Facebook um, where they were having all the sales on there. And they wanted over, what they wanted, 400 and something dollars for an old claw tub. What are they made out of gold? Craziness. And we have some people, the people that have moved in, not real close, but the people that have moved in or bought property around here are all from Texas. And as far as I know, there's only one that's going to be living here. The other two are just keeping it for vacation property, which would be nice. But the guys that live in the back, I'm not happy with, you know. So eventually, like I said, and I don't want to do this. I don't like fenced off property when you live in the woods. I don't like it. I'd just soon have it open. But if you're going to have people that don't have any brains, hold on a second. No, Tank, go lay down. Go to bed. Bad boy. Oh, that's cute. Because heck, a long time ago, I could have used that for a bathtub, but no, they're too expensive. Anyways, these guys around here just don't have they have no common sense, and they don't understand that this whole thing is not their property. They bought a whopping, 10 acres, and they think all 450,000 acres was theirs. Yeah, I know. And you would think well, I guess if we were younger, we could utilize all the wood here and make our cabinets and that kind of stuff. I'm not a carpenter. And when we left Tallahena, we gave somebody our table saw. Now I wish we wouldn't have. But we weren't using it. So, and it needed to be fixed, so we just gave it to the neighbor. Told him he could have it. He fixed it, of course, and is using it on a daily basis. But boy, what I wouldn't do for one now. Because I could cut that stuff up and get it planed and get it taken care of and build my own stuff. Probably wouldn't look as good as somebody that knew what they were doing, but I could do if I had to. You do what you gotta do, right? And my little cabin is gonna be cute. When I'm done with it, it's gonna be cute. We have decided that we don't have a choice but to put drywall on half of the walls because we don't have enough wood to do the whole thing. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm just thinking about all the stuff we got rid of in Arkansas with that major, huge house. We gave everything away. I could use some of that stuff now. But hindsight's 20/20, and also, the people that got them really needed it, so I can't complain. In fact, I won't complain. I'm not going to complain. Learn not to complain, because it can always be worse. Oh, I miss sitting out here. So beautiful, so peaceful. Oh, really? Yeah, they came out and did ours. Well, hello, Miss Christie. What are you doing up, sweetie? And how are things down there in Louisiana? Yeah, we got rid of ours a long time ago, Duke. I haven't watched TV in so long. I don't miss it. Yeah, it takes a lot to rebuild. And everything's so expensive, and there's nothing on the shelves. Exactly, Brown. That's what we were saying. If it wasn't for all you guys helping us out, I don't know what we would have done. You know, I can't say thank you enough to everybody that helped us when we got done with that flood, because we had nothing. I mean, just we had to completely start over, and we had just started over again. And the little things that you forget that are really important, like all of our tools got destroyed. You know, we had a whole bunch of tools, and the little things that we could have used, even something that you take for granted, like a little nightstand. I mean, you go to the store now to try to buy it, and they're expensive, really expensive. They're made out of nothing. And I don't know about you guys, but it took Buck almost a month just to find all the plumbing stuff to do our septic tank, because every place was out. The shelves were empty. I went to Lowe's in McAllister, and I was shocked at the shelves, how many shelves were just empty. They said they're not getting their trucks in. They don't know when stuff will be in. I don't think so, Christy. And I think you just got here, but I'm not going to spend much time talking about the big guys, because it's hunting season here for them. I'm just trying to keep low key. I'm not going to have the camp outs. I'm not going to do anything about the big guys, because I don't want anybody around here. They've got posters all over town asking people if they know where there's any Sasquatch activity, because they're saying they're just interested and they want your story. I don't think so. I think that they want to go to that area because they're going to get paid for it. Duke. Yeah, I've got a couple of good stumps. I need the drawers and the nightstands, though. I'm spoiled. Everything that was donated, all the things that you guys have donated to us, you have no idea how much Denny and I think about it every single time we look at all the stuff that you guys have donated to us or sent us. It just humbles my heart more. I mean, it's just beautiful. You guys have gotten us through some really hard times, and I can't say thank you enough. Can't tell you how much you're appreciated. Yeah, we call him O'Biden here. It is so dead silent out here. It's ridiculous. You guys can't even hear hardly any crickets. I mean, it is silent. Where's all the cicadas and the katydids and the frogs? Yeah. That's why I basically haven't worried about going online and telling people about the activity here. I just soon shut my mouth and forget about it. They'll come back when this is over. Well, if I had one, Brown, I might. Tell me this is on my screen. Yeah, just don't tell anybody about it, Sharon. I think this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. I think they only set it up for hunting season, you know, which is 2 weeks. And I think that's all for, you know, that they allowed. But I don't think it's going to stop there. I think they'll go into all the rest of the seasons. I think there's going to be a lot of people. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if Honaby wasn't packed to the gills this year. You know, that it's, is that eye shine over there? I hope they're not here. Or if they are, I hope they stay hidden. Well, I don't feel much of anything, so I don't know if they're actually close by or if they're around even. I'm not, like I said, I'm not even mostly paying attention. I just decided to get on here and say hello to everybody because I couldn't sleep and just talk to you guys for a little while. I have a lot to do tomorrow too. I won't be going to sleep for a little bit, but it's so nice out here. I thought I'd just enjoy the quiet and have you guys join me and say hello to everybody and tell you that I miss you guys. Yeah, I miss all the stuff that we used to do. Had some fun times on here, which we'll get back to eventually, at some point. Things could get better and things could get worse. Just got to look at the best part of it. Just take one day at a time, guys. Don't worry about tomorrow. Yeah, it's really peaceful out here. But no crickets. I mean, you can hardly hear even any crickets. A couple of them. In fact, I've got a cricket that's right down here by the steps. It hasn't made one sound since it's been sitting here. And you know what's abundant around here? Them walking sticks. They are everywhere. Them and daddy longlegs. I mean, in droves, these things are all over the place. Those walking sticks are funny. Yeah, I'm not worried either. I'm just saying I know there's a lot of people that are really worried, really concerned. The price of food, the price of items out there. Just go to garage sales. Forget buying them at the store. If you can get it at a garage sale, get it at a garage sale. People are, you know, have a tendency to be the same, like-minded, you know. Just they want it gone, you need it. Trade. Here's my owl. And you should have heard the owl last night. I mean, I know it was an owl, but it was like a howl first, then a couple of hoots. Nah, I'm not worried about them. And then the regular owl sound. Yeah, if you have stock in Dollar General, I'm sure you're rich right now. Ever since all this crazy stuff happened, Dollar General has been the shopping store. And remember, yeah, how owl, exactly. This is the only store close by is Dollar Store. They don't have any Walmarts or any other kind of stores. Where people get their food and people get all their items is Dollar Store. Quiet. It's very quiet. Probably brown. You know, I haven't heard from a lot of people around here about, I know there's, in every place you go, you have a lot of meth heads, but, oh, really? Oh, I'd love to go shopping there, Duke. I don't know where there, you know, I don't even know where there's a Starbucks anywhere close to here. In fact, my husband just signed me up for Humana, you know, for my Medicare. And there's not one doctor or dentist or specialist within 50 miles. I live in the boonies. So how are you guys all doing? What have you been doing? What's new and exciting? How's your family doing, Mike? Hello, Johnny. Welcome. Good to hear. Really brown. Dang. That's the worst when someone steals from you. Crockpots. That was good, Christy. That was good. Yeah, when we first moved here, we were warned about people that they told us to, anything that's not tied down, people will take, but we haven't had that problem since we've been here. I think it has a lot to do with tank. Well, praise God. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to talk, but boy, I've been busy. I haven't even... Hey, Sue. We're still here. One day at a time. Like I said, Denny hasn't been feeling real well. Jay hasn't felt real well. Dusty's working. I'm working. Kids are going to school. Normal stuff. But at least, praise God, no more stomach issues, huh? That was a healing I did not expect. We got all the, whatever that stuff is called that you're supposed to put on the ceilings. I mean, on the roofs, we got all that done. I know it popped up on my phone, Duke. I unsubscribed to a lot of people the last couple days My phone keeps blowing up and I haven't been watching anything. Don't you be telling him he needs Twinkies. Knock it off. What he needs is he needs to be outside working. Him sitting behind the paper. He needs to stop sitting behind a desk. That's what's making him not feel good. When he's out here and he's working, he's happy, he feels good, he's got energy. But now that he's in there telemarketing, psh. Well, I'm glad you got a new roof. Well, you know the stuff that they lay down before you put the roof on top? That's what that's what I put on the inside of the house. Dondi is the one that told me about that and bought us a roll. So I did all the roofs. I mean, I did all the ceilings and I did the bathroom. I'm doing some of the walls with the excess that we have left over. It'll be good insulation for the winter. Hey, Rich. No, it's not done. I wish. Yeah, it's not really tar paper. It's water and mold resistance paper. It's called Pro Armor. Yep, one day at a time. But we're still here. It's not tar paper, Tony. It doesn't look like tar to me. I can't help myself. It works. How you doing, Rich? Yeah, well, it was given to us, so that's what we used. Yep, Matt the Brat. I have to build a third wall in the bathroom. Then I'm going to get the drywall. And like I said, I'm going to put drywall on half of the house because we have enough wood left over, not left over, that actually turned out decent to do chair rail down. We don't have enough to do the whole house or the ceiling or the floors. And then up in the loft, I'm just going to go to I know, Tony. You're bad. I'm just going to go to Lowe's. No, of course not. Use Mullane. It works better. Anyway, you know, they have those boxes of those square tiles, 10 by 10, 12 by 12, you know, and you peel them and put them down. That's all I need for the loft floor. I don't think that would work, Matt. Yeah, well, Lowe's is expensive too. But they do have this one area where everything, you know, if a contractor comes in, they buy stuff for a job and they get too much or they change their mind, they take all those open boxes and they sell them for next to nothing. So I think I'll get a couple of boxes and just do that up there on that floor. I don't need to do anything else. Yeah, you need a bubble wrap bathroom, Matt. Then put toilet paper on top. Yeah, it does sound good, doesn't it? And I think I'll have some wood left over. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to trim with some of the extra pieces of wood that I have. I think I'll stain it a different color and I'll do trim around the corners and the floorboards and up on top. I think it'll look nice. I can't wait to get to that point. Really? I didn't know that. That tells you how long it's been since I've been even at Walmart. He falls anyway. I don't care if he didn't have one eye and one wooden leg. He'd still fall. Matt is our bouncing baby. Matt the brat, the bouncing baby. Wee bulls wobble, but they don't fall down. Oh, I didn't tell you, Tank almost took me out again. Oh my gosh, that dog. He wants to run so bad, and he comes out of that pen during the day, and he bounces all over the place. Oh my goodness. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to end up airborne. I don't know what to tell you, Matt. you need bubble wrap. Someone needs to make Matt a full body armor with bubble wrap. Peg lead Pete. Has anybody heard from Jamie? Yeah. Don't be calling him Humpty Dumpty. Has anybody even seen her on anybody's chats? Yeah, I'm worried about her. I haven't heard from her in so long. Where is everybody at? There's so many people that are missing. Yeah, he does. And he is kind of still a puppy. He's only 2 now, but now that Bella's gone and Leo's gone, he wants to run. You know, he wants company. What do you mean David Paulides claims another victim? What do you mean? There goes my stomach. My stomach is talking, saying, food, feed me. Oh, Tony, you're as bad as Matt. I swear, I don't know about you two. I haven't been on in a while. Like I said, it's been really chaotic here. There's just so much to do. Winter's coming, and I'm scrambling to get stuff done. I finally got my house cleaned up today, which made me feel 100% better. Now it looks like a home. Ugh, good grief. Yeah, it's bad when you have, you know, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, right now around the chicken coop, the only thing I'm going to do is I have this black, it's plastic. It's not really a tarp, but it's thicker than, I don't know what mill plastic it is, but I can take that and put it around the bottom of the chicken coops to keep them. And I do have those emergency blankets, you know. I can do that too, put them on there, and that'll keep them warm for the winter. So I know I can do that. Then I was thinking, you know those pool noodles that they sell? Well, I can take the pool noodles. That's not funny. Anyways, I could just take the pool noodles and tape them to the piping out there. Yikes. I remember my son fell off his bike, Matt. He did too. He had handlebars on his chest. Yeah, I'm getting 4 eggs a day. I'm waiting for my ducks to start laying their eggs. We'll have plenty of eggs. My garden didn't make it because it was too hot. Everything burnt, and my green stuff that I usually put on top just fell apart. I wasn't smart about that. I should have bought new stuff, but I used the old stuff, which went through the flood, which meant it was compromised. The material was compromised and it just fell apart. Yeah, duck eggs are really good. So I've got the hothouse, that's got all the seeds in it. And listen to me, guys, don't go on Amazon and buy those seeds that they tell you, you know, that have a little bit of everything in it. They're, you know, for people that, for preppers basically, because they don't germinate. Now I've written to them already and I'm going to do it again. Okay. Good morning, Bobby. How are you? Something just got thrown. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but something just got thrown. So maybe the big guys are around tonight. I have lots of ideas, and next year will be better. My garden will be better. I'll be able to build it up. But my hothouse should be okay. At least I'll have some vegetables in there. My fruit tree didn't make it. I have to cover my grapes before the winter. I'm glad to hear that, Bobby. Bobby, I sent you my book, didn't I? Gosh, I can't even remember who I sent it to anymore. What I'm doing is everybody who asks for a book, I have, when they emailed me, I put it in a separate folder saying, I'm trying, Matt. I put it in a folder and just named it book. And when I send them a book, I take their name out, you know, but okay, yes, I was pretty sure. Well, I've got those covers for them, so I'm not worried about what's going to be in the garden. I'm just concentrating on my hothouse. Because I can grow vegetables all year round as long as I have a heater in there, which I do. Coyotes. I was hoping tonight you guys could hear the wolves, so you can hear the difference between the wolves. Tony. It's the most beautiful sound that I love to listen to is wolves howl. I love it. I think they're majestic. Shut up, stomach. I had spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. And honestly, I told you I would, Duke, but I promise you I haven't. I want to go back and catch up on my videos and stuff like that. Yeah, I have them both, Sue. No, I've never heard you sing, Tony. Start singing. Let's hear it. Yeah. Yeah, they're wolves. And yeah, I know they can mimic a lot of things, but most of the time, like the ones that talk back to me here, The owls. We have so many owls and so many different kinds of owls. And usually, I take that back. I can't tell the difference between them unless they're off completely. Oh, I don't like the wild dogs around here. They are scary. But I, unlike my neighbor, just take a shot in the air and they'll take off. All right, this is my third cup of coffee. I'm running to the little girl's room. I'll be right back. You guys behave. I'll be right back. Ooh, I'm back. Oh, I should have put socks on. My feet are cold. Brrr. But the rest of me is nice and toasty. Why? Did you hear it? Did you hear the toilet flush? Can you believe that? Hi, Diana. I just got through making that, Matt. I love it. Well, I caught you. I got here in time. Yep, you probably did, Martha. Because we don't have the underpinning up yet. I think once that's up, it's gonna, you won't hear as much. You guys are bad. Yeah, that was part of the deal back in Arkansas. I'd take off, you guys would start talking about me. Bad, bad. That's my stomach. Feed me, Seymour. Well, of course you can, Brown. Denny does too. Hi, Bray. Yeah, the cops around here will tell you to shoot the They'll actually tell you to shoot the stray dogs. Me too, Roy. I remember when we used to have live chats and had, 30, 40 people on it at night. And because all the stuff that's happened over the past year and a half or 2 years, we've dropped down. I don't know if my numbers have dropped, but I do know that YouTube keeps sending me stuff to, make my channel better. And I'm like, nope. Nope. Yeah, we're going to build an outhouse, Brown. My son and I were talking about building a really nice one out there. I'll make sure it stays clean and bug-free and snake-free, but you'll have a little walk path back there, so when we have company to visit, they'll have a nice place to go. I understand that, Sue. Yeah. We have 4 of those. We've been here for a while, Brown, but we have 4 of those holes. If you can just, I'd like to dig them, a little deeper than 6 foot, but the backhoe is kind of wide, and underneath here, underneath the stone, is nothing but shale. So you have to really bust it up just even to get to 6 feet. So yeah. Just think back in the old days when they didn't have toilets. What they really called the city dump. Imagine living back then. Yeah, we did too in Tallahena. We didn't have, we used shovels. And it was easier. And there on Finley where we had the RV, we used shovels. But we are spoiled. You've got sawdust and I've got cedar chips. Because the city dumps used to be the city dumps, and everybody that lived in the city all went to that dump to go potty. Hey, darling. Well, thank you. I missed you guys too. I miss everybody. Trust me, I still pray for you guys. Yeah, lime too. Got quiet again. Heck, when those dogs start, it could be anything. A deer running by, a raccoon, an armadillo, possum, squirrel, the snake. Dogs are bored. Yeah. Oh yeah, we have a lot of owls here. Yep, Sue, the septic tank's in. We have an actual flushing toilet. I'm glad you're out. I'm glad you're okay, darling. Come on, ice, melt. Yeah, they make a lot of noise here. I love the night sounds. There's some that I just don't know what they are. I keep trying to look them up, but I can't figure out what they are. Especially one of the birds here. There's a bird that makes this noise that I have looked up all the birds that are in Oklahoma and Arkansas. Yeah, it's been wild around here, Roy. And I still can't find that bird, and it is the weirdest sounding bird that I've ever heard. And I just keep listening for it and listening for it. And if I can ever capture it, you guys, maybe somebody will know what it is, but dang. And it sounds like a bird that should be chirping like during the day, but I only hear it at night. I've never heard it during the day. If Right now it's a bottle of ice water. You know, I put the water in the freezer and it froze, and so I left it sitting out here. Yeah, there's some frogs out here. I don't know, I wasn't watching, Brown. There's some frogs out here that make some weird noises. But it's not warm enough for that ice water to melt, so see, I've got literally ice water. There's no water left. Nope, it's not a nightingale. It could be a mimic. I'm sure it could be something else, but I have to capture it. The hard part is, like today, Tim and I, oh, I just heard a nice hoot. Tim and I were talking to each other, and he was listening to owls, and so was I, but every time I pushed play on my recorder, it was nothing. No, it didn't sound like squirrels. Nope, don't know what that is either. No, I know what nighthawks sound like. Try to capture it, Tony, and see. I really need to be online for you guys to hear it yourself. Then maybe someone will know what it is and be able to tell me. Because the only thing I can think of is a bird, because the way it sounds. I can't think of anything that would make that kind of repetitive noise. It's not a frog. It's not, you know, I mean, it's musical, like a bird. It's not, I can't even describe it. You'll have to hear it. One of these nights when we are on live, it might make that noise, and then you guys can tell me. But you guys know I sit out here a lot, and I never heard it. Oh, really, Tony? That's weird. Nope, definitely not a whippoorwill. That's an easy one. You don't even hear a whippoorwill tonight. You don't hear nothing. Everybody's sleeping. Except for that dog. Bark, bark. Nope. I'll have to look it up, Matt. Yep. I love canning. I wanted to make my own spaghetti sauce and stuff this year too, but that didn't work out. My tomatoes split. They burned up on the vine. Next year will be better, Lord willing. Oh my goodness, lurks a lot. They are all over the place here. I hear them all day and all night. Excuse me. It is really quiet. Yeah, I looked up mockingbirds, and we do have some, especially in the city of Antlers. Oh my goodness, they're everywhere, and those things make the weirdest noises. But it doesn't sound like that either. Like I said, you'll hear it one of these nights. All right, I'll try to do that, Matt. All I have to do is hear it once or twice, and I'll hit record, and then I'll send it to you. You can try to tell me what the heck it is. It is a strange sounding bird, I'll tell you that. And I think it's a bird. I'm pretty sure it's a bird. For what reason? I like listening to birds. Oh, well, we don't have a drought here, but, you know, it's dry. This would still be considered, well, hello, Mark. Shut up, stomach. We still are a good chance of getting wildfires, so people still have to be careful. There's not a burn ban here, but it's too dry, and it's windy, so it's not smart to start a fire. You know, if you have any brains, you won't start a fire. Sometimes I wonder about people. Are you having fun, Mark? How are you? How's Arkansas? That's what I call it, Arkansas. Yeah, it's crazy. That's why I'm concerned about all the cedars that I have here. Still trying to get Khaki Lackey down here to cut some of these cedars down, because there's the big problem right there. If I can thin out the cedars, I'll be better. Now, I'm not worried about the activity, Rory. I just assume there not be activity, so that way the hunters aren't stupid and come here. You weren't here earlier when I said it, Roy, but I've canceled all the campouts and everything else. I just don't want anybody here. Good night, Matt. God bless you. Much love, sweetie. I'm not staying on a whole bunch longer anyway. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I should get some sleep. Oh, really? I don't mind leaving the phone out at night for you guys, you know, and letting you just sit and listen to the sounds of the night. But in the mornings was the problem, especially when the dogs were getting out. Oh my goodness. They chewed up so much of my stuff. But now that I only have tank inside, I can leave it out. God bless you, Matt. But like I said before, if you guys wanted me to do that, you know, I could do that, but I don't know. And you never know when you're going to wake up to thunderstorms, and I certainly would hate for that to happen. I have lots of reasons why I'm not doing the things I used to do before. At least at night in Arkansas, I was upstairs, you know, in the window. I could leave it there and not worry about it, you know, but here is completely different. Can't leave the windows open. You know, I think the fun part is sitting in the back of the car with that hatchback. I think that's my favorite place, is to sit back there and look out. Have the phone sitting there, and that's what I enjoy doing. And staying up till maybe, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes 4, and then going to bed. Yeah. That's what people say, Tony. They'd much rather hear me blabber than just sit out, than just leave it out. So, you know what? Yeah, Sue, there's normally a lot of activity around here. I'm sure I can find some kind of makeshift way, but I enjoy talking to you guys and finding out what's going on and learning about what's happening in you guys' lives too. I like the conversation. And the activity is just a bonus, you know? Besides, how am I supposed to put people to sleep if I'm not jaw-jacking, right? Well, thank you, Brown. I plan on making a visit to the Pacific Northwest at some point. Duke has invited me up there, but I'd love to get up there. The closest place I've been is I was in Denver. No, that doesn't work, Roy. You should know that, especially in Oklahoma and Arkansas. They'll say we have a 3% chance of rain, and we'll rain for 4 hours. Then there'll be blue skies, and they'll say 0% chance of rain, and it'll pour. I don't take those chances. I've dropped my phone probably 5 times. The screen's all busted up. I cannot believe how many times I've dropped my phone. This is the first time I've had a phone where my screen is completely whack. Yeah, I know. Well, Denny works from noon till 7 p.m., so I can't get a lot done in the house at all. And then if it's too hot outside, I don't do anything. So I'll sleep during the day and I'll just stay up at night. But if the temperature's like it has been, then I can work outside. And I work outside, and then I go in and I go to bed at, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning. So that's just been the way it, like I said, my sleeping hours have just changed so much. I am getting better sleep, but I'm not getting much of it. You know, I'm not getting very long sleep. More cat naps than anything else. Well, I want to take Dusty and the kids and walk the perimeter of the property so I can show them what 25 acres belong to us. So they know their you know, their lines, their limitations. But I got really upset the last time I was out there because I saw the ATV tracks on my property. Got really upset because that guy's got his own property. You know, he's got 10 acres plus on the opposite side of him. On the opposite side, because he's not fenced in, on the opposite side of him, he can go up that mountain 45 miles. Why does he need to be on my property? He needs to find someplace else to go. And, you know, my son said he'll take care of it next time. I just don't want that to happen, you know. I don't want him to end up in an argument with my neighbor. Because Jay's like his mama. He's relentless when it comes to people that do things they shouldn't be doing. You know, I'm not hot-tempered. I'm just adamant. And I don't like the fact that he's taking advantage and not even caring that he's going on someone else's property. But posting signs is a no-no here. And a lot of people around here, not all of them, a lot of people around here have told me the same thing. You post, no trespassing signs, that's basically open door. You know, that tells people you got something that, you know, that you're hiding, and they have a tendency to go on that property more. So I don't want to post any signs. What I want to do is eventually I'll get to the point where I'll have to fence off just this area here. Not the whole 25 acres. Denny wants to fence off the whole 25 acres. Yeah, I've seen them, Sue. I've seen them right back behind where the dogs penned are. They were up there on ATVs shooting their guns. So yelling and drinking and partying and stuff. And I waited until I didn't hear any noise, and I just shot my gun in the air and I yelled at them, and then they took off. That makes me angry, you know. That was probably, I just saw a firefly. No, Tony, I can't do that. Nope. And like I said, I want to go visit them, but I have to be in the right, I got to pray up before I do it, because otherwise I'm going to start a war. I was really hoping I'd have like-minded and nice neighbors. But these guys are younger. They drink a lot. They shoot off their porch. If I can prove that they have, because let's just say I'm 90% positive that they have, because someone has already told me that they have seen it. I'm 90% positive that they have traps on the ground around their property, and what they do is when something gets into their trap, they shoot it from their porch. That tells you what kind of people they are. And that bothers me. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's how Bella died. I think she got caught in their trap and they just shot her. Wouldn't that be fun, Tony? Invite a bunch of people to a camp out and then all go take a hike into the woods back to their property. They might get the idea then, huh? Yeah. Especially when they're drinking and they shoot, you don't know. I mean, they could shoot you right on this, because here you can go on someone's property and, you know, if someone came onto my property and threatened me, I could shoot them. Well, what if I go on their property and we have an argument and they shoot one of us? You don't know who you're up against. So that's why I said I got to be prayed up before I go and make sure I do it the right way. I know, right, Brown? No, what if an animal steps on it? No, it's going to have to be a face-to-face confrontation. And my son's a lot like his mama. And neither one of us understand why, but both of us are really, for some reason, people get very intimidated around us, and I just don't know why. I don't look intimidating at all, okay? Not at all. But that's all I hear. But my son, my son looks intimidating. I don't want to do that, Tony. I don't want animals to step on those. Yeah, I've got a mean back kick, so remember my favorite exercise was kickboxing, so I'm not worried about it. I'm old, but I'll probably hurt something if I do it, but I can take care of myself. It's a known fact, though. You have a choice between fighting someone who's crazy or fighting someone who's professional, and you're going to want the professional. They know when to stop. The crazy person don't. I learned that at 14 years old. Oh. Well, guys, it's 3 o'clock. I guess I'll go to bed. Yeah, that's true, Tony. I don't know how they're getting across the creek over there, though. There's got to be a place where they've made it a way to cross that small creek to get on this property. But the tires are back. The tire marks are back there, so I know they are. So, like I said, that's for another day. I'll get that figured out. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. I'm not going to tell you when I'll be back because I really don't know. But I just wanted to jump on here real quick and tell you guys that I miss y'all. I love you. I'm praying for everybody. Every day I pray for everybody on this live chat. And things are getting there. You know, we still have a lot to do, and I'm trying hard to get at least some kind of normality here. Once I get that, it'll be all right. Then I'll go back to doing something, either daytime chats or night chats, something. But I promise you, things will go back to the way they were at some point. But I love y'all. I miss you. Prayers for everybody. You guys take care of each other. Remember, you're not promised tomorrow, so love who you can today. I'll talk to you guys later. God bless you all. And good night. Thank you for coming. Good night, lurkers.